Okay, good morning. This is Keith Perkins. I'm with Accounting Systems Consulting Group. And today we'd like to look at some of the new features that are available in the Sage 100 2014 edition of ERP that was released in the first quarter of 2014. Now, with this overview of 2014, they incorporated something called Cloud Sync, which will support the new services of mobile sales and mobile service. They've added improved user experience items that we'll look at. They've added Sage Intelligence directly to the menu and directly into the default installation. It's no longer a separate installation. And a new service called Sage Inventory Advisor is available. So, with that, we can now look at the improved user experience items. And here I'm logged in to Sage 100 Standard. And if I go to my Library Master main user maintenance, there are some new fields. They've added email. So you can now keep your employee's email address here. They've added title. Also a new field. And then they've added something called autocomplete. This is automatically enabled, but you can turn it off per user. And we'll look at what this is for. Now, they also took a few things away. You won't see on the menu any longer the electronic reporting. That module has gone away because now everything for e-filing for both payroll and AP are driven by the Atrix program. That's W-2s, 1099s, or any other kind of e-filing that you might need to do. It's a pay-as-you-go service, or you can buy a package plan. And you can still print and just mail off what you want to mail off. But the important point there is no more electronic reporting module. The W-2s now will support 16 Box 12 codes, where before we could only do 4. So that's a big improvement. And in AR and AP, we'll look at one of these. Under repetitive invoices, and there's a sister repetitive invoice in AP, they've added this flashlight. It wasn't there before, and this is to let you know at a glance what all is set up under repetitive invoices, both for AP and AR. Another one is under general ledger reports, financial reports. They've added a keep window open button. So now you can mark this, print something, and once I close it, the window should stay open. Okay, now I can print my next financial statement. Before, it just went away and you had to reopen it. There's also a change to the quick find in both sales order, purchase order, and bank rec. So we can look at one of those. Let's try sales order. If I pull up a sales order and look at the lines, this quick find that's right here in the middle, this is primarily for people that have orders that have lots of rows on them. But now if I click the quick find, it automatically goes to the first column in the grid. It used to go to line number. So now I can just start putting in an item and it should find it. It'll go to it. So that's sales order and purchase order. Also, in addition to that, the Quick Find and Bank Rec was added so that it'll default, instead of to row, it'll default to whatever the first column is, check number, deposit date, that sort of thing. The Sage Inventory Advisor service. This is a cloud-based service to allow the inventory manager or whoever you designate to be able to monitor their inventory while they're away from their ERP. So with any browser, they could log into their cloud system, Sage Inventory Advisor system, and manage their inventory with all the management tools that are built into it. Now this is all tied back to your ERP. It's getting all the items and updating all the quantities from your ERP from Sage 100. And again, this is an add-on service, so I think you need that. That's called Sage Inventory Advisor. They also added something called Sage Mobile Sales, and this is for a salesperson you may have in the field that has an iPad. With that service, they can pull up the app, log in, and from there they can manage their customers, see all their orders, they can do invoicing, and they'll have a full catalog of all their items. And the full catalog is a little different than what you just see in inventory management in your ERP, because it has multiple categories that you won't have in here, and it also has up to 4 pictures per item. So on your iPad, you can show your entire catalog and from different views, and people can pick what they'd like to purchase. Of course, I can't demonstrate that on here, but that's a mobile sales on an iPad. Also, there's a sister app called Mobile Service. It's a lot like mobile sales, again from an iPad, also from an iPhone. From there, you can manage your technicians, your work orders, your scheduling. It has a built-in scheduler, your customers and invoices. So in the field, a technician can see what he's supposed to do that day, where he's supposed to be. It has mapping features and the like. And then also from his iPhone, he could pull it up and see where he's supposed to be next. And he can complete orders and move on to the next job. Now, this doesn't require the work order module in Sage 100, because the mobile service has a website where the back office can log the work orders, assign the technicians, manage the schedules, and all of this is pushed down to the technicians. So very handy there too, in case you have a mobile sales, have an operation where you have technicians in the field. HVAC would be good for that sort of thing. Also, they made some changes in Sage Intelligence. They added it directly to the menu here. You see it here. It's part of the basic install now. And from here, you can create reports that are Excel-powered, that you can modify and format the way you need them, aggregate, consolidate, whatever you need to do. That's in addition to the standard financial reports that are already built into Sage 100, which you can also use this to create financial statements. If you need a little more power, a little more customization, that's where Sage Intelligence comes in. Now, I started up the report viewer a little bit ago, and I have it open here. And I ran, out of one of our demo companies, the income statement, comparative by period. So you can see how it created it all based on its format and its template. There's lots of templates in here that you can see from the report viewer, or you can create your own templates. So here's the report viewer that came up, and I have aggregated. There's a dashboard that's handy in here that has key performance indicators on it. There's some demonstration formats that they've already set up for us. You have the designer, you have the financial reports, including a trend analysis. And you also have some non-GL types of reports, an inventory status report, a vendor's purchases report, and a customer sales report. So all of these are accessing Sage 100 data, but putting it into pre-formatted Excel templates in Excel. And then you can print them, distribute them however you need, your organization sees fit. So to recap that, what Sage has done with the 2014 version that was just introduced in the first quarter, they've added that cloud sync. So now that we can have those add-on services for mobile sales and mobile service, they've made some much needed improved user experience type items like the user maintenance and the flashlight, repetitive invoices, and quick find. Atrix drives all of your payroll and AP electronic reporting now, so you won't see some of the legacy menu items that were on there. Now you access both of these from, here's payroll, period end, here's the federal e-filing and reporting. Now from AP, it's actually on the reports menu where the 1099 reporting used to be, but now it's called Form 1099 e-filing and reporting. Again, you can still not use the e-filing portion and print your reports and then mail them and not incur any fee. However, it's very handy to use the e-filing. The fees are very minimal. With that, the Sage Intelligence add-ons are very important to this release. And again, the Sage Inventory Advisor is an add-on service that's available to you if you need more control over your inventory outside of your ERP. So with that, we hope all of you upgrade to Sage 100 2014 from your current versions. Thank you.